It was a heavy one. It was like one of those classic blizzards that you knew was going to produce swell, but we just weren't sure if it was going to go offshore overnight and we would just miss the best of it, or if there was going to be a window.
Total whiteout conditions, couldn't even see 10 feet in front of you out the window. Got all dressed up, went to go check the surf, could barely see it even from the beach. We could tell that there was swell, but we really couldn't see what was going on out there. We let some time pass just hanging out in the hotel room as snow just keeps falling. Our cars are just getting more stuck and more stuck. Eventually, the wind let up a little enough where we could see the waves and we could see that it was pumping. So we started working, shoveling out the cars. That ended up taking a lot longer than we thought. It was like 2 hours just digging, because there was nobody on the streets plowing, like the island was empty. So we had to dig out for 2 hours and finally rode up to the spot. It was absolutely pumping. It was just myself, Ryan, and Pat, so I had no one to surf with. Tried calling everyone, no one could leave from where they were, let alone get onto the island where we were at, except for Gesler.
I was home with the family. I got the call, like, they're gonna give it a go. Heard all kinds of rumors about like the island being shut down and the parkway being shut down. But I said, you know, I gotta give it a chance. You know, that's what we live for, is that offshore switch, those first couple hours when the surf goes from raw to perfect. So I jumped in the van, jumped on the parkway. It wasn't closed. Got into town and it was still snowing heavy. Rob was already suited up. So I put the van up top on the dune and pulled it around backwards so they could shoot out the back of it. Suited up to go meet Rob down there, and it was kind of pumping.
For the weather conditions and what we had to kind of endure just to get that last hour session before dark, it ended up being a pretty crazy story, which made for a memorable session.
That's one thing I remember was the wind was so strong and the snow was moving horizontal. Like when you paddled for a wave, you were paddling straight into the wind, you almost lost sight. Like you had to just feel the drop. Then you'd find shelter in the barrel and it was all good. No snow in the pit.